Hello and welcome to Thomas Was Alone. Now this is an old game out in 2012, I think September. And I've been meaning to play it for ages, never just kept forgetting to go play it. But it's a lovely, listen to the music. Such simple, lovely music. Something I have realised about the game which I love already is you go into the settings and you come out again and all the menus start changing colours. Like it was green and then it goes blue, red. It's just beautiful. But I'm going to go straight into the game. It's a storytelling game. Really lovely, beautiful storytelling game. So let's get in and start. Ooh. The program was a failure. People forgot this. It was supposed to be a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings to the owls and the jokes. Oh, I can't read it. I hope we'll read it.
Was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
Apologise, I'm not very quick at reading. I'm a terrible reader, so I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it in my head just to read it out. I'm afraid I can't read it out loud very much. Simple enough so far. Oh, the music's beautiful.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity.
Ooh.
1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Oh, it's such a beautiful narration.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Oh, I love how the whole level's on a tilt as well, which makes it feel so, you know.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted.
No! Run!
Unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
Oh, I was going to die. I feel like this is a game you don't want to die in. I feel like you lose the story.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a bit strange.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him?
Nope.
No.
Oh, bollocks.
Too obvious.
Oh, it's just... oh, it's such a fantastic feeling game.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas.
Whoops.
He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it.
Oh.
He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
Yep. Found that the hard way. Don't fall in water.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
God, I suck at this game already. concept. This block is Thomas and already got personalities and feelings. It's just
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper.
Honestly, look, it pushes me
was
up.
Evolving.
It makes me jump.
He just wished he had someone to share it with.
As it pushes me up, it makes me jump in the air. Oh, it's so cute. It's such a lovely little thing. Oh, this game is beautiful. I submit hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot this would happen overlapping script. More than one AI was bound to be spawns in the environment and some points turn out to miss something.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Oh. There are different jump sounds. Oh, that's beautiful.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
So what, Chris and Thomas? Oh. So I'm gonna get both on the side, but I can't get only part of the first. Oh, they're coming at the walls. Just climbed up. But Chris can't go over here, so I need to jump Chris over Thomas. Yeah. And Chris can fall down. Ah, look at this. No, over the water. Oh man.
Okay, this was more like
So
it.
Chris can go.
The glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Okay. There's some sort of puzzle game.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Underneath him. Oh, Chris will go over there. Careful. Oh. It's like they're kind of friends and like helping each other through their life journeys and stuff.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure.
Little Red.
Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna jump across all them. hand on him. Well, I really do suck at games. Chris, this is so...
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred.
Grr.
He seemed so very happy at their situation.
Grr.
Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Sound game, listen to the sound and everything, it's beautiful. No. Oh, you see stuff dying in the water still. Do you know what? Sodgy Thomas, Chris confess. Grumpy old Chris. Just fly with Chris. Oh. Let's see. The shadows as well. Just see the shadows like move as you jump out and stuff in the sunlight. Like the sun. Oh, it's just so happy like game. The game called Thomas Was Alone. Feeling. Checkpoint. Oh, I need that. So. Oh. Who's this?
John. He knew that this was his chance, a moment to shine. This was game day.
Yeah.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
Thomas, Chris, and John. Oh, this is just going to be such a wonderful game to play through.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies.
Aww.
You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
You know how we don't work across the whole way. Oh, this is just what the adorable, I think the word must be. Wait. No, not you. This one. Go on, Chris. Get everyone down here together. So we got Thomas, the adventurous one, Chris, a grumpy one, we got John, the happy, sweet, helpful one. Oh, they're so lovely. Oh, they're lovely. No, Chris, I need you back. I need Chris back to get Thomas over. No? Do I need Chris to stand on top of... Oh, okay. Oh, they only... This game is wonderful. Oh, that's just adorable. Such a lovely game. Can you jump? Can you just jump up there? So if you stand on Thomas, you might be able to get up there. Okay, you need to stand on top of Thomas and Chris.
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Okay. I think I messed up here. Oh, you're up there. Okay. So the biggest problem here will be getting Chris over. There we go. And do something this side. Yes. Okay, we get them over, we get them over. We get them over, we get them going, we get them back to wherever we're heading? I'm not sure where we're going exactly. The storytelling, the narrating is beautiful. Like, giving all of our personalities and stuff is just wonderful. Like, I don't know how to explain it. How do you give blocks feelings, and this game has managed to do it. Come on, Thomas. There you go. Takes a while. So many buttons thing like that, you're trying to change between which one and who you're trying to be is... buttons. On the bottom right you can see which colours are which one I'm changing to. But it's still a bit confusing time to time trying to work out who you're trying to be and when. Right, let's go and try and get John up here as well. No, John, you want Chris? Chris, no! Go Chris, go Chris.
He
Get
didn't
Chris
mind
up
them so
first.
much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Oh, so lovely. I just wonder where this game's going to go from here. Oh, bugger. And Thomas was alone. Over you go.
The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
Oh, you never got there. Oh, come on, John. John, Chris, and Thomas. Oh, this is just. I think this up here. So,
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
right, I'm gonna leave this up here.
John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
Now can I end it here? Okay, I'm gonna end this up here. This has been Thomas Was Alone, so I'm gonna keep playing it. So join me for the next episode too, and I'll see you then.